Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan. And if you're a fan of Bethesda and you're not a subscriber yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? Hit that button. And also hit that like button if you don't mind. Bethesda gave us a new Inside the Vault where they give us the highlights of patch number 11 that is coming in mid-July. I want to give you those highlights and also give you my take on them, and there's several of them, so let's jump right in. Really, the overall theme of patch number 11 is making Fallout 76 a little bit easier to bear for the new players coming in to Fallout 76. You know, there are quite a lot of new players coming in with the free trial and nuclear winter and all that surrounding E3. Well, this first highlight is actually making it easier on all of us. It has to do with food and Flux. That is the raw nuked flower or flora. It is actually going to last 50% longer in its raw form, both food and Flux. That is huge because if any of you know and have dealt with Flux, you know how quickly it will rot. Well, it is going to last 50% longer, as will raw food. And Bethesda also says that your food and drinks will no longer lose condition after you fast travel as well. So there is some good news on both fronts there from Bethesda. Most of you know this. Let me just throw this little tip in there. If you don't know this, there is a perk called Good with Salt that is a very good perk to use that will help in keeping your food fresh for longer. So you might look into that if you're having trouble keeping your food fresh. Just a little tip. Okay, this next section is all about making things easier on the newer players coming in to Fallout 76. In fact, the next 4 things is all about that. And one of them, I believe, you might have a little bit of a problem with. We're going to talk about it at length, but I'm going to save that one for last. The first one is players under level 25 will pay fewer caps when fast traveling. If you'll remember back early on in the game, that was a very difficult thing. Back when you had very few caps, fast traveling was a pain, if you remember. For those players that may be just starting listening to this, remember that you can fast travel to a group member for free. You can fast travel to your camp for free. You can fast travel to Vault 76 for free. But use your group members. That's how you can avoid paying those fast traveling fees. Only one person in your group has to pay. The second one is players under level 15 will have a higher disease resistance. And then the third one is Bethesda is replacing a number of early game challenge rewards with items and other supplies that will give these just starting out a better chance of survival. Now, why are they doing this? I believe it's because the number one reason in the beginning why people put down Fallout 76 was because they were frustrated with the game. Now, they can blame it on the bugs and all those things. There were bugs in Fallout New Vegas. There's been bugs in every Bethesda game. It wasn't the bugs. They were frustrated with the game because Fallout 76 is a different kind of game. It's difficult. There's a lot of things to manage in this game. It's harder than Fallout 4 on survival mode. And a lot of people don't want to admit it's too hard for them. And I believe Bethesda is trying to make it a little bit more simple for the newer players. Now, they're not changing the game. They're just trying to make it a little bit more manageable for the newer players. And I think those 3 changes are good changes. Now, this next one we can talk about. The next one is they are reducing the creature difficulty in the Ash Heap, the Savage Divide, and the Toxic Valley. And this is what it says. This is to help those coming out of the forest for the first time so that they will have fewer encounters with higher level enemies. Now, I will say that, of course, creatures are still going to level up with your character. So if you're level 100 and something, you're still going to get higher level enemies. But if they do this, there's still going to be lower level than they would have been. So I would like to hear down in the comments what you think about them reducing the level of the creatures in the Ash Heap, the Savage Divide, and the Toxic Valley. I don't really care for this change. I understand what they're trying to do. I do like the fact that they're trying to make it a little bit more simple, because I do understand the frustration of a certain type of player, but I like the difficulty in the different areas of this game. In fact, I wish they would ratchet up the difficulty in certain areas of the game. But that's just me. Again, please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Okay, this next one is a very good one. It is legendary items and crafting recipes, and item mods are now going to be more descriptive. They will display all of their attributes instead of just the first one. Now this is whenever you view these items, when you trade, when you're vending, when it's in a container, anything. When you view these crafting recipes, these mods, these weapons, when you inspect them in your inventory, you're going to be able to see all of their attributes. So this is a very good thing. This has always been frustrating to me, whether it's a piece of armor or whether it's a weapon, knowing all of the attributes. So this is a very, very, very good thing that they're adding, to be able to see all of the special attributes of either the weapon or the recipe, all that it does. So it might be a little thing to some people, but I love this. The next one is power armor improvements, and it seems like there's a power armor improvement in every patch. They promise to get the bugs out of power armor. Bless their hearts. This one, they are going to add stealth boys. Yes, you're going to be able to add stealth to your power armor. How cool is that? They're also changing the HUD. They're giving you a HUD option where you can enable a power armor HUD. So a different display option to your power armor. What this means is you can either view the power armor HUD or the standard HUD while wearing power armor. So that's a cool option. Some people don't like the power armor HUD. You can just take that away if you want to. And they've promised to fix some of the bugs of power armor as well. We'll cross our fingers. Here's another little one, but this has been a pet peeve of mine. Have you ever had a bunch of bulk in your stash, and then you go and scrap your junk, and it undoes all that bulk that you spent all that plastic on and made it bulk? Well, now Bethesda has made it when you hit the scrap all junk, it will not undo all that bulk. Yay! Thank you, Bethesda. So it's a little bitty thing, but it's a great thing now. So they said it took a lot of time and effort to get that done. But now once you bulk your junk, now you can unbulk it. So there is a way to keep hitting the scrap and make it unbulk. But just hitting the scrap all one time will not make it unbulk. So thank you, Bethesda, for doing that. If you accidentally have some bulk in your stash and you accidentally hit scrap all while it's in there, it will not unbulk it. Thank you. And we have one more highlight, and it may be the biggest of all. Just teasing. It is the Punchbowl. You can now put the Nuka Shine back in it again. Let the parties begin. Bring over the people, pour the Nuka Shine back in, and let's go all over the map, not knowing where we're gonna go. The punch bowls are working again. Yay! Guys, I want to encourage you again, let your voices be heard, because Bethesda is listening to you. I know you may like some of these changes, you may not like some of these changes, but Bethesda is listening to you. A lot of these changes was because of feedback, and they are changing this game constantly due to feedback. So write the tickets to Bethesda. You may not like to do that, you may not want to do that, but if you want to see positive changes to this game, don't just gripe and complain about it. Write those tickets to Bethesda, because they will listen to the fans. They've already proven that. Now we know Bethesda's going to have a surprise or two in this patch, but they say most of the rest of the patch is going to be dedicated to camp and building fixes, Pioneer Scout challenges fixes, and looping gunshot sound effects fixes. So we know they're always going to be on top of the bugs and stabilization fixes as well. Be sure to watch till the end of this video because you know what's coming, your Fallout 76 pictures. And if you haven't sent one of your favorite Fallout 76 pictures yet, why not do that? They will be featured right here in these videos, and you can send them to me on Twitter or on Facebook, and those links are down in the description below. Also in the description below will be a link to the Inside the Vault, and there is our P.O. box to the KingFanMan. If you ever want to send us something, we're going to have a big unboxing very soon for our 2,000th subscriber celebration. So be sure and get your cards, letters, or whatever you want to send. We're going to have that unboxing coming up very soon. So our P.O. box is down there. Get those in very quick so you can be a part of that unboxing. With all that said, thank you so much for all you do for the KingFanMan. I am he, and I will see you in the waste of West Virginia. Bye, guys.